listening to the best Metal-O-Mania.live.
You are listening to the home of metal, Metal-O-Mania.live. Powered by B Squared Inc. Entertainment.
Hey Metalheads, I'm Scully, and this is Metal-O-Mania.
Don't you want to just stick your dick in her?
Done that.
Hurry, my friends, we have no time to waste!
All right, already, I'm coming.
And butt fucking.
Hi guys, this is Bach, and this is Philip from Objective, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt. Ah!
This is Mel from Vicious Circle, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt.
Can you dig it?
I live for this shit!
I'm into you and I'm hard.
What's the story with your face, son?
I'm a drug-crazed beast with a giant erection that won't go away no matter how many times I do it. What can you give me for it?
I can give you $60 and my wedding ring.
I need big money for drugs!
Good.
I like half a pound of weed in my bra.
Like the tip of my cock in your ass. I'm in.
Holy shit, it's only Wednesday.
And just like that ends the longest break ever between Metal-O-Mania episodes since we started this whole shindig a long, long time ago. And welcome back to it, everybody out there. Welcome back, Metal-O-Maniacs. We are certainly glad to have you, and we're certainly glad to be back. I needed it. It's been too long.
It has. Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to the Metal-O-Mania program. You know, we had originally even decided we were going to take off until Halloween, and I just couldn't wait that long. And I couldn't excuse that much time off. We needed a little bit of time off, you guys and gals out there. We, as you know, if you follow the show, we bought a new house, me and Scully did, and we are trying to add a new studio to our whole family of networks and things. Yeah, our operation. There you go. There you go. And good things are coming. Thank you. I hope you guys hung out with us through the break, and I hope that you're back with us upon our return, because we got great things coming for you in the metal world. As should be indicated by that fucking Fast Evil song that we opened up the show with tonight, man.
Right.
I think those two are very much. Yeah, right out of Brazil, Fast Evil. Midnight Force, if you're playing the Metal-O-Mania drinking game, let's go ahead and kick it off early tonight, because that is a debut full-length release.
I know I didn't have us prepared for that, but you guys out there
That's right. They have a 2017 EP called Wake Up the Devil, but this Midnight Force is their debut full-length release right out of Brazil. It's a speed metal outfit with some thrashy chops, and I love it. Love it. So much love to Fast Evil. Go out there, do their Facebook page, show them the love, and give them that little most important click on the like. Right. Give them one of those. Right. Never social media, never since you were in third grade and that to now, you know, social media brought the thumbs up back. The thumbs up is all the rave again. So
well, we all need to know if you like it or not.
That's right. Don't like it quietly. Like it by clicking on the thumbs up. Yep. You know.
But you could do more than that. Like,
like buy the fucking record.
Right.
And buy some merch. Get you a t-shirt. Get you a Fast Evil t-shirt.
Got it.
But again, welcome back to the show. We got some great things in store for everybody tonight. We're going to be talking to Black Phantom a little bit from now into the program, our new friends from Arizona. They have a new album called Expiration Date, which is truly phenomenal, man. Truly kick-ass. I'm a big fan of these guys, and you will be as well. So, open up your second screen. What's that, baby?
I just realized I couldn't see anything.
Oh, well, you don't got to see. You don't want to see me. But open up your second screen. That way, while you're jamming with us tonight, you can also show the bands some love on their Facebook page.
Real quick, before you get too far.
Okay.
I do want to see you, because I don't know if you guys have noticed
that I'm glowing in the dark.
You're a little bright. Maybe I need to adjust your lighting.
Yeah, I'm glowing in the dark. I'm Casper the Friendly Ghost up in this
you're
bitch.
A little white.
Yes, indeed.
But you got a little trim.
Oh man, I've been doing this all fucking day too. I miss my goatee, you guys. I am goatee-less. Let's be
I know
honest.
I'm not going to get the support of the metal crew, though. I know
I
that,
fell asleep, and this is what Scully did to my face.
Oh, no way. I did not do that, guys. Do not at all tell them I did that. That's an awful thing. I would never do that.
Fuck. But no,
It
now
looks
that it's
so
getting
much
cold, I cut off my fucking facial hair.
Right.
And it is getting cold. Holy shit.
Makes perfect sense.
Where was our fall? Where was
I don't
the
know.
fall? Where was
We
autumn?
just bought a house in Maryland because I love Four Seasons. I
We
love
don't have those anymore.
all four of them for
Yeah.
all of the different reasons.
Yeah.
And we are slowly
Metal-O-Mania,
losing
broadcasting
that,
out of
I think.
Maryland, that now has 2 seasons a year: Deadball summer and cold winter. We were just in the studio 3
there's
weeks
also
ago.
hurricane season.
Well, yeah. We were in the
Tropical
studio
storm season.
3 weeks ago. Speaking of which, shout out to Melissa Joe. Much love to Melissa Joe. Make sure you are buying and supporting Optimus Prime, her band, and she's amazing. What you got on there? You got your.
You see it?
What is it?
Optimus Prime.
Oh, killer. You got your Optimus Prime shirt on. Killer. Show the love to Optimus Prime, man. They're badasses, and we love them very much. One day, eventually, we'll get Patrick in here, but Melissa was here when we were here last, and we appreciate her coming in. Thank you for that. But it was just 3 weeks ago, and it was 157 degrees outside. We are here 3 weeks later, and my nipples are stuck to my
They're just
my
hard.
stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I'm cutting glass with these
There you
bitches. All right. Well, all right. I'd rather make a cold nipple joke than my dick is disappearing because it's cold joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I get
Yeah.
that.
You knew what I'm saying. You knew what? That my dick was disappearing?
No, I said I get that. I get that
no.
that happens.
But let's see. Before we get into the show too much tonight, and we had a little bit of a freak out tonight, you guys and gals. I am off my game. We haven't done this in a couple of weeks, so I drove into the studio
wanted to
and
start this
forgot.
Back with a challenge.
Right. We wanted hurdles to climb, and I forgot all the stuff. I left everything at home on my computer that we needed for the show tonight. So I had to call the homestead and get one of the children involved with
He
Dropboxing
loves
me
to
everything.
do.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Yeah,
loved it. He's like, God damn it, fucking. Anyway. But here we are, and we're ready to rock. And before we get, again, into the show too much, I do want to mention a couple of things coming up. Make sure you follow on our Facebook page the trial for the piece of shit that shot Jim Forrester is coming up. I believe October 27th, 28th, 29th is currently scheduled for that. If you're anywhere in this area, if you're in the Baltimore, Washington, region, if you're East Coast and you can get there to show your support, we're trying to put some people together. We're trying to rally. We're trying to make a statement on the violence that has taken over the city of Baltimore and has taken one of our brothers, in fact. So, one of our own, one of our family members. As you know, Tina Forrester, Jim's widow, is a big part of our family also still to this day. She is a part of our Finger of Doom network, part of our show. And we love her, and we mourn the loss of Jim with her. And we will be keeping you guys and gals informed on what happens in the trial. I promise. Because put the piece of shit down. I am remaining shocked that only one of them is in custody. Usually you catch one and you get the other right away, but it doesn't seem to be what has happened in this case so far. But we will we'll be talking with Tina here and there, and we'll get her to come in here and tell you things from her perspective and keep you posted on what's going on in her world on all of that. So, but if you can make it and you can show some support, do that. October 27th, 28th, 29th in Baltimore at the courthouse. So, all right, well, let's play another song. And then we'll get into a whole bunch of stuff. We got some fun things. We got some goofy things. We, as I just mentioned, some not so great things. We do have Halloween on the horizon. Many of Metalhead's favorite Halloween, our favorite holiday, is right here upon us. And I know I'm looking forward to it. Our next broadcast, in fact, is on Halloween night after this one. So we have a couple of goofy things in store for you. So I hope you're looking forward to hanging out with us and making us a part of your Halloween as well. So let's play a jam. Let's go to motherfucking Denmark because this band, 9000 John Doe, that's what they're called. 9000 John Doe is true. They're badass, man. They bring a groove element to they call it hillbilly metal. I like that it's got a groove element to it. It's got a thrash element to it, and it makes me want to fucking run through walls. And I think you're going to dig it. So check out their brand new album. It's called The Spirit of the Firewolf. And let's, off of that album right now, bang our heads to Rusty fucking Nails. Let's do this thing, Metal-O-Mania, all night long.
Let's fucking do this!
I
All
do
right, I'm ready.
want to encourage our listeners, if you are, I know apparently people have a little bit of trouble on their phones sometimes, but if you are watching on a PC, or if you can pull it off on your phone, go ahead and chat along with us tonight live while we do the show. Scully will be jumping in there with you guys here shortly, I believe. And it looks like She-Wolf, our awesome friend Lori, is on there, and our friends from Sanctum Defile, Southern Maryland Death Metal. Don't forget to show them the love as well. Friends of the show and family to the show, as a matter of fact. So much love to you guys down there. So I know that Lori, actually, when we were posting the live video earlier, I talked about it being cold here, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm in Florida. We don't get into that cold shit." So I guess that is weird. You know, we're bitching about our 2 seasons, but some people you live with somewhere you just got one. Really, you got summer, you got hot summer, and then not so hot summer.
Some people like that, but I don't think I actually would. I like the season. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate being like freezing, like fucking so cold that you have to.
See, I know that's where you and I differ. I don't mind being cold.
Love that.
I love being cold.
Yeah.
What I don't like about this area is the pollen. I can never breathe through my fucking nose, and I definitely don't.
And
I'm
that's
not in love
getting
with
worse.
that.
It seems.
Yeah.
Well, if we don't have the cold enough winter to kill it all off.
Yep. So hopefully we get a nice cold one this winter. You know, I bet we're gonna. I think we're gonna. And it's off. And it's off and running already. It's only 50 degrees out there right now and dropping. So. But there's lots of good things coming through the winter, though. Things that we missed out on in this summer, you may have noticed, that we're going to be made up for in the wintertime. There was no Ozfest this summer, as many people may realize. The Ozzy Osbourne battled 3 staph infections in his hand.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. What's up with that? You're lucky you still got your digits at that point, aren't you? You know how many fucking diseases and shit he's probably survived, and then he was almost done in by some staph? I'm just saying.
Grody.
But he is on the mend, and
space.
Being that he's on the mend, it looks like Ozfest is going to be a New Year's Eve thing this year. There's going to be a New Year's Eve Ozfest. It's going to be a New Year's Eve Ozfest celebration with Ozzy, Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie. Let's see, even they're going to have Jonathan Davis. Body Count with Ice-T is going to be there. Jonathan Davis is going to be there. Yeah, there you go. Look. Damn, you're awesome, Scully. You don't sell yourself short on that engineering stuff over there, woman. You're pretty on your game. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be in Inglewood, California, December 31st, and the Ozzy's going to be headlining. Again, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, Jonathan Davis, Body Count featuring Ice-T. Pretty good stuff. The tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. local time. I believe that's local to the West Coast. And the tickets range from $49.50 for general admission up to $179.50 for a reserved seat with additional VIP packages. All right. For the first time since its 96 debut, Ozfest, the annual musical event that celebrates hard rock and heavy metal, has created a special one-night-only New Year's Eve celebration to ring in 2019. So there you go. If you want to go be a part of that. Sounds like it could be a pretty good time. An expensive time, but a good time, right?
Right, maybe.
So, you know, what's funny is we do cover, I know on this show, we do the hard metal, we do death metal, thrash metal, crossover, that kind of stuff, a little bit of hardcore. We don't play a lot of the Ozzy style metal. I'm a big fan, of course. I love Ozzy. I love Sabbath and Maiden and all that stuff. And just because we don't play it on this show doesn't mean we don't love it on this show. But this show is specifically to hopefully help you find some bands that everybody knows Ozzy and all that
stuff,
shit. You know,
right,
I want you to,
exactly.
I want you to find Fast
We're
Evil
making some
on
introductions
this show.
here, people.
Right. But we do think it's interesting. But speaking of Marilyn Manson, I just saw that Marilyn Manson.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah, I mean,
He has made a dildo. There's a Marilyn Manson dildo out there. And it's pretty scary. Well, I got to ask you, Scully, would you shove that in your twat?
Look at it. It's got his face on
it. You know, his big ass nose is for her comfort, for her pleasure.
Oh, is that what that is? Does that protrude out?
I don't know. I'd like to see a sideways shot.
I know,
of it,
right?
You know, it comes with a little nice carrying bag, though, huh? So, all of you out there who are wondering, can I shove Marilyn Manson in me? You can. Now you can.
Now you can put them in your bunghole.
You can put them in your bunghole. You can do. We're not judging here in Metal-O-Mania. You can stick that motherfucker wherever you like.
Yeah.
Do what you do. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, right?
That's hilarious. Yep.
Goddamn Marilyn Manson, a dildo. So we know what we're getting people for Christmas this year.
Right.
We should get that. You know, I do want to mention that to some of the bands that we are in cahoots with out there that follow the show. We've become a band show, which is something I'm very proud of, actually. A lot of bands tell us they schedule and have their band practice either around our show and watch our show or watch a repeat of our show right before or right after the band practice while they're having a couple of beers. I think that's very awesome, and I think that's very cool. And I'm going to do a shout-out, actually, to those bands.
Oh, okay.
We're running out of swag to give to people. I'm about to send out some T-shirts, like to She-Wolf and to Josh. And we're very low on our swag. I'm kind of hoping to redo some swag. So if you're one of the bands if you'd like to send us a couple of CDs to send out to some of our listeners for some contests or for being supportive of the show or for, supporting your thing or whatever, hit us up. I know that I talked to, we talked to Black Phantom, who we interview on the show just in a couple of songs from now, even you'll be hearing from those guys, our new friends out of Arizona. And man, badass, I'm telling you, their album's amazing. So I believe in the upcoming future, we'll have a couple copies of that to give out to some people as well. So, So good stuff. There's some great metal happening. Get on board. But speaking of great metal happening, the things that are happening in the metal world, I do got to I told you there were some things that were happy and some things that were not, right? I warned you, right? So brace yourself.
I know.
Brace yourself for this one.
I have no idea what he's about to say. I think I should disclose that first.
Yeah, well, you're not ready, okay?
No.
UE Metal, I hope I'm saying that, UE Metal, YUI Metal.
Okay.
Has left Baby Metal. That's right. And that's the one that looks the youngest of the three is the best way I can describe it to you. And she's out. She's done. Fuck you and the Baby Metal thing. I'm done. And she's going to launch a solo career, though.
Okay.
So look for that, Yeah, you heard me correctly.
That was definitely breaking news.
Breaking news. UE Metal has left. She says, let's see, Baby Metal offered this announcement. You ready? She had expressed her desire to return performing with the group. I'm skipping all that. She's been hurt. I guess she's been missing time because she's had some throat issues.
Oh.
One won't speculate. They're too young to make jokes about, so I'm going to skip that. I'm going to skip all the jokes that I wanted to say there because I'm not exactly sure how old she is, so I don't want to.
Yeah, and they got baby in the title.
Yeah,
so.
Right? Whoa, I just pushed the whole fucking table at you.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Just relax.
I'm moving the studio around.
Just chill out up there. Fuck.
But yeah, it does look like, I'm curious to know, it doesn't say in here whether or not she's going to be, the solo act will be a metal act, will it be branching into something more traditionally, Japanese perhaps? I'm not really sure. So we'll keep you posted, though.
All right.
We'll certainly keep you posted.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, UE Metal has left Baby Metal, so I apologize for that blow to many of you out there. Judas Priest, Rob Halford recently said that Baby Metal is bringing the most original metal being made today to us. I thought that was surprising myself.
Right.
So. All right. Well, on that note, I got a whole bunch of these we're going to get through throughout the course of the night. Any of these? Oh, I do want to also make sure we give the love to Bongwood. I'm going to talk to you several times about this throughout the course of the evening. Something else you want to be a part of if you're local is to make sure you get to the Pain Fest this weekend with our very own Bongwood. That's right, our very own Bongwood. If you watch the show, one of our co-hosts, one of our family members, one of our me and him bleed the same blood. I go all the way back to fucking high school with Bongwood, and he is now the bass player for Silence the Requiem. A large part of why you don't see him as often in the studio, but you can see him in person this weekend because Silence the Requiem will be playing a show for everybody, and that is... Look at that. Scully's on it. Scully's showing you the details to that already. It looks like you got the Sonic Creeps. You got some... I can't see. Read some of those off for me, baby.
You got Black Rose. You got Wrath of Typhoon. You got Trigger 13. Hosted by Pain. I think you probably said that already.
Yeah, killer.
With special guest Sonic Creeps. I guess hosted at Raw Inc. Live.
Raw Inc. Live.
Yeah, so it's 18630 Woodfield Road, Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Kick ass.
The 27th.
And I'm telling you,
3 days from now. It doesn't say when doors open. I think Bongwood's on the chat. Hey, Bongwood, you know what time doors open by any chance?
Share with us the doors if you have that information,
forgot
brother. But you are going to want to go and follow that, I'm telling you.
Fuck yeah.
Bongwood's a talented fucking cat, first of all, and I have had the privilege to hear pretty much all of Sonic, pretty much all of their jams that are out there and available right now, man, and they're badass. Silence the Requiem. You should already be friending them on Facebook. You should be loving them. You should be, choking on some of it. And we certainly do here in Metal-O-Mania. Much love to you, Bongwood. Badasses, go out there and see them live, man. Let me see some pictures of you live at this show on our Facebook page.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
In the coming days.
You know, go say hi to Bongwood.
Yeah, right on.
Tell him the Crips sent you.
That's right.
He'll know who you are.
He really enjoys highs in the form of hand jobs. Just saying.
I mean, yeah, who doesn't?
Don't we all? But yeah, we'll talk about that throughout the show a little bit more. But let's play another jam.
Okay. I'm ready.
And we'll come back and talk about some things, some more things that we are excited about. We do have great news coming up, I'm telling you. Speaking of which, one more news item is the Finger of Doom returns next week.
Oh,
Don't forget, in the segment, the show
perfect
itself.
Timing for
That's
Halloween.
Right, for Halloween.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes, indeed.
So excited to hear that too.
We've had trouble getting the show off the ground because we need another party to be involved because. Well, we'll talk about that later. But the segment returns. It has not died. We love the segment. We love Tina. We love Kenny.
It will
and
rise from the dead.
It is on
Halloween.
It will reform like the Phoenix on Halloween. Right. That's right. So
sounds perfect.
Something to look forward to next week, as well as a Triple Kill interview next week. We're gonna be talking to Triple Kill next week as well. Badasses, and they got a really funny, cool interview. I mean, a video that we're going to show you for Halloween as well. So. All right, well, let's go right now, if we can, to France. Melodic groove and thrash metal band from France called Mind Imperium. They got a brand new release. They have an EP that they released in 2014 called Amongst the Ruins. But this, again, a debut.
Oh, drink up.
Drinks up. Bottoms up. A debut from Mind Imperium. The album was called Way Too Carcosa. And right now, let's fucking smash things and jam Fragmented together, shall we? Don't go nowhere. So much more metal for you guys and gals.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
Meanwhile, back at Snidely's not-so-secret hideout.
As our world tour of metal continues throughout Metal-O-Mania, episode number 96, by the way. Episode number 96 tonight, Scully.
Fuck yeah.
We are ever closer. That's right. To that big 100.
100.
And on that note, I want to say much love real quick to all our Metal-O-Maniacs out there. I was a little concerned. I was a little worried. I knew that we took a few weeks off so that we could move and do some things. But I can see that we are blowing up the map tonight. You
knew they'd come back.
I appreciate that. We are blowing up the map all over the fucking world. You guys are hanging out with Metal-O-Mania, and we love you for it. Thank you for that. And we're gonna reward you all night. I'm telling you, I got great stuff for you. It's worth it. It's worth your time.
It is.
We're gonna bring you the good stuff, and you of course look beautiful tonight, Miss Scully. I must say, you look very, very nice.
Appreciate that.
I'd put you on a Sunday. Throw you a little banana split. I mean, no, I love you. I love you, honey. You look very nice, and thank you for being back with me and putting up with my bullshit to continue to do our crazy-ass fun little show.
I know. Well, thanks for the break. I appreciate the time
I
off.
know. I know you wanted
that was more for me than for you, and I know, and I appreciate that.
Well, I love you. But I'm glad we're back, and I needed it, and I'm told by a lot of our Metal-O-Maniacs out there in the last few weeks, like, motherfucker, get your ass back in there.
Did they miss us?
I need your metal. I need the thing. Yeah, I love you guys for that, man. I do. Lori and Josh and a lot of them reached out to us.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into the specifics of Aubrey. I know that if you will follow the show and you hang out with our Metal-O-Maniac, and I encourage you to, if you follow the show, a lot of people hit us up and tell us, fuck you, I don't fuck with Facebook. I'm a metalhead. I don't fuck with Facebook. I'll tweet. I'll do the fucking Instagram thing, but I don't fuck Facebook, all that shit. But if you do follow our Facebook, then you're also familiar with our friend Aubrey, who has done quite a bit for our show and the bands that we love and support as well. And we love her for it. Aubrey is awesome. Aubrey is a driving force behind what we do. I'm not going to get into the specifics of her situation other than to say that she's having a tough piece of road right now. And if you would like the specifics or if you have questions, please direct them to Sarah Mitchum or Mark the Beast on the social media thing. I'm sure they'll be more than willing to talk to you about it or whatever. You know, they'll define their own comfort level with what they want to discuss. But we can tell you here that we love Aubrey, and we send Aubrey all the love in the world. We look forward to your return to us and your availability to us. And, you know, we're thinking about you and we miss you. You know, that's all I'm going to say on the show about that. And, our hearts are with you, my dear, for sure. And on that note, but yeah, are you ready for Halloween next week, dear?
I wouldn't say ready, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, we've got a couple
got
ideas. Yeah, we got a lot of things to do. We'll pull them off. We'll figure them out as we go, and we'll keep you informed. About 35 seconds later, Metal-O-Maniacs. So
I thought you were about to say 35 seconds before.
Well,
but that's probably not our time
later.
frame.
No,
right?
I won't lie to them. I won't give you any.
We're late notice givers.
There's a whole bunch of metal.
Yeah,
no, we don't. Yeah. We're pre-dribblers. I mean, what? Anyway, no, there's a lot of metal stories I kind of want to get into as the night goes on, but I got a couple of goofy ones as well.
Okay.
That I want to touch base with. So let's do a couple of goofies real fast.
Okay.
For instance, the U.S. Postal Service yesterday
found
in New York, it looks like, I just saw the weight of it. It's a ridiculous amount of weight. A shit ton, basically, of
Is that the weight that you were looking for?
Undelivered mail. No, I'm looking for this. I can't see this. But undelivered mail that someone dumped in the woods in New York. It was just a big old fucking goddamn huge, massive amount of fucking mail.
Like lots of people's mail, or like one person's mail?
No, like lots of people on
like some
one
guy
direct,
was just like, fuck it, I'm done.
I think one of the mailmen,
Just like, fuck
My
that
question
box.
is it over the course of amount of time? Like, is it every Friday when he's trying to get off early? Does he just dump off the last leg of his? Right. Or was it just one day he snapped and dumped it all? That's what I want to know.
I'm curious.
But an undelivered mail. The Post Service Office of the Inspector General confirmed agents recovered undelivered mail from a wooded area near the intersection of Forest Drive and Wellington Lane in Somers, Westchester County. It says the Postal Service condemns the fact that these lazy cocksuckers. Oh no, that's not their words. No, in the strongest possible sense. But yeah, obviously a lazy fucking shitbag of a postal service. So through rain or shine, my balls. Apparently,
right. That's a disgrace.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
those people take their jobs very seriously.
I'm telling you. You know, well, that's fucked up because how many checks are in there? How many? How many?
About
what?
the postal workers?
What about them?
I said those people take their jobs seriously.
Well, most do. I think. Yeah, I think most. I don't think those people will be offended that you say most of them take their job seriously. I think they probably do. Yeah. You just got a rogue fuck up here who decided I would rather smoke weed and go home early and play Xbox. But how many checks was that? How many? You know what I mean? The man's vital to some people, dude. That's pretty fucked up.
Sometimes. A lot of it's probably just fucking ads. Bed Bath & Beyond fucking coupons.
Yeah. But my other question is, it can't be that hard to figure out what the fuck post office person was supposed to be delivering it, right? I feel like that would be easy. You could track that down in about 2 seconds, couldn't you? That is fucking John over in fucking, office 12.
Right.
Should have delivered that. You're fired, dude. You're fired. You're fucking fired, dude. What else?
That's a pretty goofy one.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Well, some of these got me thinking about some stuff. The changing of the times, as it were. I noticed. I do like to go and look up goofy stories every now and again. They for whatever reason, they left me up a little bit. You know what I mean? They're just like the lighter side of. It's a nice break away from.
Real life.
Right? Red fist fighting blue and blue fist fighting red and all that shit. And it made me think, though, a lot of these stories I've seen recently bring up the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm sure you're familiar with the Guinness Book of World Records, right, Scully?
Yeah.
I wonder how many young people are, because when I was young, that was a very much discussed thing among you as youth.
People were still trying to
what can I do to one day be in the Guinness Book of World Records, right?
Well, now it's over the top. Probably because your generation was like,
Overdid
oh my God,
it.
what do I do to get into the book?
You may be right. You may be right.
Uh-huh.
But there is apparently a cyclist, and my understanding is this dude already owns the record, so he's trying to break his own record, really, at this point.
That's just stupid.
But his name is Kurt
You shouldn't
Osborne.
be able to break your own record.
Yeah, right. Kurt Osborne, 49 years old, of Las Vegas, is going to ride on a bicycle and do a wheelie from California to Florida.
Well, I mean,
What?
first of all, that's bullshit. I mean, you're gonna stop to sleep and eat.
It's
and
about
get a bath and all
500
that kind of
miles
stuff. So it's not just
of
like
a
a
trip.
constant fucking trip.
Well,
It's stupid.
his record is he did it in, wait, no, I said 500 miles. That's wrong. Let me see. While wheeling, Osborne is attempting to ride to Cocoa Beach, Florida, while wheeling a total distance of 2,900 miles. Excuse me, I said 500 miles. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. To break his own Guinness World Record and raise money for children's disability charities, which that part's cool.
Well, I mean, that part's cool, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, each time you're breaking your own record, you're raising awareness for something if that's what you're into doing, and that's cool. I don't knock you for that. But it is very much. Is that still? That's my question. Is it still a thing? Do young people still today say, "Man, I want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records one day"?
But how is that even a thing? It's not like it's a constant thing happening. Like he just put several days straight of cycling together, right? I mean,
On a wheelie, it would seem.
okay, big fucking deal. Am I so right?
I mean, I couldn't ride on a fucking wheelie from California to Florida.
I tried to, but
Well, I'll tell you what. Every time you say things like that, it makes me feel better about my ding-a-ling because you're hard to impress, honey. You are hard to impress, my love.
people ride bikes.
I'm gonna fucking take a wheelie from California to Florida. You're a big fucking deal, buddy. What are you just special? Eat a dick. Jesus.
No, I mean the task is very commendable or something impressive, you know.
All right, I'll go impressive.
But I just mean like as far as like world records go, like come on, that's a fucking stupid one.
All right. Yeah, I love you, Scully. I love you, honey. You speak your mind. I love that about you. That's hilarious.
No, I feel bad. I hope that guy's not listening.
Yeah, you know he's not listening. So. But there was also another one that was a Guinness Book of World Records that I saw. 721 tents were put up on a mountain walkway.
Okay.
I didn't write down when or where, but it just 721 tents.
Tents?
Is tents.
Sleeping tents.
Sleeping camping
Okay.
tents were put up all in one area to break the record for the Guinness Book of World Records for the most tents put up in one area together.
All right,
I guess.
I take my comment about the wheeling back. That is also an awesome fucking record.
What? I would have been a part of. We could have been a part of the
tenters.
721 tents, man.
Oh my gosh.
We could have been 722, and we could have walked around and said, "Look, we're in the book of Guinness Book
Doesn't
of World
that
Records."
happen at like every hippie
I know,
festival?
right? That's what I
or,
thought.
like, I mean,
Every time Fish plays somewhere,
Right,
there's 700
I mean,
fucking tents set up somewhere.
on.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't
is
know.
it like in a certain amount of time they got them put up, or they what? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be impressed if all of them are being fucked in at the same time. Let's talk about that record.
that's a
Isn't
good
there a
one.
Guinness Book of Adult Records? 721
Should be.
tents erected, and there are 721 couples going at it in them at the same time.
Right.
Now you got
now
my
you
attention.
care. Okay.
Now you got my attention. Well, let's do one more of these, and then we'll go to a song and jam out. But this one, I got a picture of this because I had to know what the fuck it looked like, and I brought one to share with everybody. But
I don't know, what is it?
the nose warmer, dude.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought for sure
I
this
know
is you, love. I thought of you when I saw this. So apparently, there's companies out there, Epsi being one of them, or Etsy or Epsi or whatever, are selling nose warmers. You heard me right, nose warmers.
They're cute.
So for the loved one you have out there that's got a bright red nose every winter while you're talking to them outside, there you go. Throw a Kermit. And Kermit, the frog one's just one of a zillion, as you might imagine. There's
I'm sure, yeah.
clown noses and, you know, every animal you can imagine and every whatever else. So there you go. You can get a
That's cute.
that's a nose warmer for your friend with a cold nose.
And you're keeping some,
or
some little old lady, like, busy during the day. Like, that's Etsy, right? That's like,
Etsy, I think
home
it's
craft
Etsy,
projects and things, right?
And if you
Like
got a friend
pencils.
with a really small dick, it's a ball warmer.
Wow.
It's a cock warmer.
That would be unfortunate.
There you go. Shit happens. Well, we'll come back to some of these other goofy stories that I was talking about later. But let's play a song.
All right.
We have again. We started in Brazil. We went from Brazil to Denmark, and then we went to France. So where you want to go now? Let's go to Brazil. You want to go back to Brazil? Let's go back to Brazil.
Okay.
Because Torvo is a band out of Brazil that has just released their sophomore album. Their thrash meets groove. And I'm telling you, Brazil's just killing it down there right now. The scene is on fire. It's amazing. I just want to dive in there and be a part of it. And I appreciate what they're doing. And Torvo's a part of it, and Torvo's a big part of it. And Into the Pressure, which is their brand new release, is going to be an even bigger part of it. Let's check out part of it right now. Live Like a Puppet, Torvo. You can't sit still for this shit. Torvo, Into the Pressure. Live like a puppet, as we all do from day to day on this motherfucker, right? Man, show them the love. Show them the fucking love. God damn it. I can't tell you. I love that shit. I love the playlist we have tonight. I love the playlist we have every week. I love metal.
I know.
I love metal. I do. The shit, man. And it's a great time to love metal. The metal scene is fucking awesome right now. So many great things are happening. So many great releases are coming out. So many great, just great things happening. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. So keep hanging out with us, and we'll keep bringing you the hottest, the newest, the best, the freshest metal that there is. And we'll earn the love. We'll earn your love. One metal jam at a time. That's right. It's like bribery, kind of. We're bribing you for your love, but we're
we
giving
want you
you
here every week on Wednesday, but
That's
we
right.
also
That's right.
want you every single day.
Yeah, we're trying to get your 24/7 love. I'm not going to lie. We have now got the player, which
We ask a lot, but we're asking
we ask
more.
a lot of you. That's right. That's
But
right. We're
no.
asking more.
Actually, I take that back. Let me phrase that again. At this point, we're giving to you every day.
We ask nothing but your ears, really. Right. And I'm telling you, my goal, my life goal, my purpose is to provide a metal soundtrack to your life. I take that very seriously, and I do really view that as my job. I really do, and I'm gonna just give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you in every way, shape, or form. I'm gonna keep on giving it to you, and you can get it 24/7 now. You can go at any point in time, day, night, sideways, underwears. Middle of the night, middle of the day, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, you can go to our website, click on the player, and metal will be coming at you. What I like about it especially is it gives me the opportunity to play audio versions of our past episodes as well. And if you're new to our show, I really hope that you check out some of those, man. I'm really proud of some of the things that we've done. And we've got many episodes where we've talked about specific things. We've gotten episodes where we talked about serial killers and horror movies and conspiracy theories and nightmares and ghosts and so many different weird shit things we've gotten into in almost 100 episodes now. So our goal and our hope is that you're checking them all out and that you're interested in checking out the ones you've missed, and we'll keep trying to bring it to you. Matter of fact, yesterday I was tooling around doing some shit around the house, and I turned it on, and it was one of the old Tommy Mott episodes where he was in here talking shit with us, and I laughed. It's been a long time since I heard that one. It was a lot of fun. Tommy's a lot of fun.
Funny guy.
We love Tommy of Snipers of Babel, as you of course know out there.
Sure. Yeah,
we love them. Show them the love. So.
And if you haven't seen their pictures from their trip to Mexico, you got to check them out because they're awesome.
Right on. They're badass. Jeremy and Tommy and Mike and Layla and the whole band just fucking went down to Mexico. We're a part of a big show. They were, man, just fucking awesome. Awesome stuff. Good stuff. They got to, Jeremy got to meet Phil from Pantera, who, as someone who knows Jeremy at this point, that's like a fucking bucket item list for him. I know. So pretty damn cool. Pretty good stuff.
It is pretty
good
awesome.
stuff. We very much are supporting and rooting for them guys, and for so many reasons. You know, they're not only are they awesome fucking people. Snipers Babble fucking rules, man. Straight up. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no fucking. They're a fusion. They're unique. They're they're not what you hear everywhere. Fucking they're very they're amazing. Much love to you guys. Snipers Babble. We will be having Layla back on as soon as she's available, and hopefully we'll get Bozer in here at some point or another as well. So, good stuff. Well, without further ado, what do you say we talk to our buddies out of Arizona, man? I'm telling you, one of our interns brought in the Expiration Date album for us to check out, and was like, man, you got to hear these fucking dudes. They're fucking bringing it, fucking old school, fresh style, man. And whenever I hear those words, I'm like, all right, well, let's check it out. Put it in. And we listened to it start to finish. And then you know what we did right after that? We listened to it start to finish again. And that's what you're going to do when you buy your very own copy of Expiration Date, which you're going to thank me for later. It is almost the holiday season, so you're going to get this record especially after you hear the interview with these guys and hear the jam we're going to play tonight from them. But then you're going to add me to your Christmas card list coming up. And you're going to say, thanks for turning me on to motherfucking Black Phantom, Crypt, you fat asshole. And I'll say, you're welcome. And here you go. Let's talk to him. Fucking, again, album is called Expiration Date. The song we're going to play tonight is called Blood Oil. And these are our new fucking Metal-O-Mania family mates, man. Show them the love and get over to their Facebook page and buy you a copy and get you some merch. Let's talk to Black Phantom right now. All right, Metal-O-Maniacs out there. Up next, we got something special for you right out of our own backyard in Mesa, Arizona. How can you not love that? How can you not love that?
Who doesn't love that?
I'm telling you, man, Black Phantom. Black Phantom. Expiration Date is the album. Blood Oil is that song. Them dudes fucking get it. I'll tell you right now, I am unabashedly a fucking gigantic fan of the 80s fucking Bay Area movement, man. You know, it's such a part of my blood. It's such a part of who I am. It's such a part of my soul. You know, not just that. Don't get me wrong. I'm metal in so many ways, motherfucker. You know, but that shit right there it does, man. It gives me that kind of a feel of a nuclear assault fucking approach to things, and fucking it does. You know, it gets back into the fucking, it's got a retro feel to it, but it's brand new and it's fresh, and shit like that just gets me fucking going. Mm-hmm. You know, it's what it's about, and I love it. And I am very much, my foot is in all the different fucking graves, I guess, because I am one of those dudes who does say that the 80s was a fucking such a brilliant time. There's a part of me very stuck in the 80s, always will be. There was such a huge movement of death metal and thrash metal and, you know, punk. The punk scene during the 80s was just silly. And fucking, there was just such great music being made, and you know, it will forever be a part of who I am. But where I differentiate from most of the people that say these things is I often hear those people that agree with me on that tell me that nothing good has been made since then. And those people are so wrong, so very wrong.
Right.
You know, truly. You know, I love what was being made then, but man, if you got your eyes open and your ears open, there are some just as good as it was back then. Every bit as the scene was back then in the 80s, it is right now. It is today. And it's because of bands like Black Phantom. It's because of bands like Torvo, like fucking Mind Imperium. You know, Fast Evil. These bands are fucking bringing it, are killing it. Snipers of Babel, who we talked about. You know, bands that we've talked to on this show. You know, we talked to Gamma Bomb a couple of weeks ago, thanks to them guys. I can't stop listening. Now that Speed Between the Lines is out, I can't stop listening to it.
Why would you? Why do you have
Right.
to?
We're going to listen to another jam off of it tonight, as a matter of fact.
Fuck yeah.
Because it is an amazing fucking record. And they're an amazing fucking band. And there's just so many great... Metal's on fire. So, yes, it is true that the metal back in the 80s was fantastic. I'll always adhere to that. I'll always agree to that. But I'll never be one of those people that buys that's where it ended, because it's bullshit. Complete crazy horse shit, you know. And tell me that after you listen to that Snipers of Babel album. You know, listen to fucking Expiration Date and then tell me that there's no good metal since the 80s. And I will have to put my dick in your face, because...
You're going to reward them?
I love you, honey. That's right. You know, it'll have a light on it. You know, they'll see the light.
Oh.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I don't know how putting my dick in their face helps. It just makes me feel better. So
It's funny to say.
yeah, it's therapeutic for me. So it helps me
actually,
get over.
speaking of which,
Yes.
I'm way out of practice, guys. Look at Scully. I mean, Tally. Like, I don't even remember his name. Tally's just
The
sitting there,
Tallywhacker. Oh
completely
fuck! Have we
ignored all
made dick
night.
jokes? I don't even know if we've made dick jokes.
I'm
Honestly, I haven't
sure
been.
we have.
I haven't been paying attention specifically. Well, I did talk about putting dicks in faces, I guess. So I guess
There's been
you've missed
a
a few on there. Whoever's paying attention on the board, how many dick jokes?
Yeah, I
did
was
we
gonna
miss?
say let's take a tally on the board of
Take
how
a
many,
tally of the tally.
Yeah, how many tallies are missing?
Our tallywhacker, or our whacker tally, whichever way you prefer to say it. He counts our stupid ass dick jokes. And you know what's funny is we always break records on that when Tina comes in. So much love to Tina. And seriously, on that note, much love to Tina. Tina's having to go to court here soon and just deal with all this bullshit, and it's so fucked up, and I hate all of it for her. And much love. She is a tough motherfucker. But damn it,
Yeah.
fuck. So, all right. Is there any more goofy things? I do want to get to a couple of more goofy things.
Yeah, you
I
got
guess.
something funny? Give us something.
Yeah, let's
funny.
go. Well, I guess that was not funny. What about the fossil? The fossil that was discovered in South Carolina was named after Between the Buried and Me, the band Between the Buried and Me. There was literally a fossil found in Luxembourg, and it was a new species of brittle star. So it's unveiled a brand new species
Okay.
in South Carolina. And due to the combination of the doctors being fans of the band and Between the Buried and Me being from the neighboring state of North Carolina, they decided to name the fossil Amphimnia intersepulticita blah blah blah.
Okay.
Which,
well,
as we
that's
all
really
know,
cool.
is the band's name in Latin.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Oh, I got a funny one.
Okay.
I got a funny one I wanted to talk about.
You all right over there?
All right, I'm going to tell you, if you follow the show, you know I've gotten in a lot of trouble with our listeners over a couple of things since we started the show 2 years ago. One is me giving shit to Kiss all the time. I know many of you love Kiss. I loved Kiss. I'm tired of saying it. I loved Kiss. I was Gene Simmons every year growing up, and Gene Simmons is a schmuck at this point. He's a dick. But that's not even what I'm going to get into. And I know I've gotten shit for not liking some Metallica, but you know, a lot of people agree with me on that one. I loved Metallica back in the day. Don't get me wrong. And I still love early Metallica shit. Some of my favorite. I listened to fucking, Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning regularly still. So I just told you I love the 80s shit. But when it comes to the hair metal stuff, I never got so much into it. I hated Warrant, and I hated, I wasn't a Skid Row guy. I know a lot of people like Skid Row. I liked a couple songs maybe that, went out with a girl that maybe liked them or whatever. But there's a few exceptions to that. I never got into Warrant or Poison or none of that stuff. But I always thought Rat was kind of a cut above the rest of them because I thought they had great guitar work, and I think Stephen Pearcy was a hell of a vocalist. I always thought Dokken, for example, was a cut above, due to George Lynch's guitar playing and Don Dokken being an exceptional vocalist. So there were some of those bands in that genre that I liked. Great White, to be honest. I liked Cinderella. I thought that fucking the bluesy feel they had going on was pretty cool. So I like some of the stuff that you would have to classify that fell into the hair metal genre. But Rat would probably be my favorite. If I had to pick a hair metal genre band of that genre, that was my favorite. The sharp, precise guitars of Rat really did it for me, I guess, for a while. But all of that brings me to this story. Okay. Rat is still playing shows today. They're still out doing it. Stephen Pearcy's fronting for him, and I saw how old he was. He's 62. Stephen Pearcy is 62 years old. And doing the thing. Rat's still playing out and shit. And I'm sure many people know what I'm getting at already. There's a video floating around of, I guess, recently, they were doing the song Round and Round, which is their signature #1 hit, obviously. And although they had many, but that's the clear #1 is Round and Round. But Stephen Pearcy is wrecked, fucked up. Like he he is sitting on the drum set. He's like sitting on the floor
Like
of the
on
drums
drugs,
and
fucked up.
well, it's hard to say. He could be drunk. I don't want to make.
okay.
I don't want to cast aspersions.
But
without,
intoxicated.
Yeah,
in
he's
some
clearly
way.
intoxicated in some way or another. He could be drunk. He could be jacked on pills. As a matter of fact, I think his response to it was he recently had an injury, so he was. Look, here you go. Piercy was similarly incapacitated during Rad's October 5th concert in St. Charles, where some of the attendings said that the frontman appeared to be drunk and or drugged out. He was also criticized for walking off a stage and sitting on a drum riser during much of the performance.
63-year-old.
62 years old.
I mean, fuck, the guy needs a goddamn break.
Well, and he was
He's
laying
taking
down
some goddamn pain pills.
on the drum riser. Yeah, he says he was managing the pain situation, and I guess he overdid the pain pills is what his story is.
Okay.
And he's responded recently with, I guess, releasing tapes of, that's not us every night. Here's some of the other shows that you motherfuckers ain't talking about. And here's, in fact, our last 5 shows in a row. And honestly, I watched through a bunch of them. And yes, it is embarrassing. It's fucked up. The one that when he's sitting on his ass, he's fucked up. He's clearly fucked up. It is what it is. He's also a rock star, though. I mean, how many of them?
Not expect him to be fucked up.
This is the story we've said about a zillion rock stars and a zillion times, who we all still cherish and love. So I do think it's kind of fucked up that we're being so hard on them. But I will say the other concert footage I was looking through, dude, they jam. Rat's jamming.
Well,
they're kicking ass. They really are. They're doing the thing, man.
See, that's tough. I guess that brings up. I'd like to maybe get you a little off topic for 1 second.
All right.
So you don't want to cancel the show.
Right.
For obvious reasons.
Right. And the logistics itself alone.
Exactly.
Right.
So many people have bought tickets.
Right.
Plans have been made. Like so much money has been spent.
Right. And I get it. If you're pissed off, maybe you drove an hour to go see Rat. You haven't seen Rat. You're a big Rat fan.
And right. It was your last
dude sitting on the drum set and all fucked up.
Like, right. So what do? You do the show, do the best you can do, or do you call it a day? Or
see, I guess I'm an asshole because my thought is, you got the record. You like the song. Maybe
give the guy a fucking break.
Yeah, give him a break. What the fuck, man? You ain't ever gotten fucked up and, fucked up your day. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I can't even count the Thanksgivings I've fucked up by getting too high to go home. So, you know what I mean? And I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just.
Shit, I got sick on Monday and had to leave work early and go home.
Slack.
So, I mean, that fucking happens.
Yeah, man. Cut the dude a break.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan. And you do get a little bit extra leadway if I'm a fan. Sorry, but that's the way it works. So, but anyway, shout out to Rat, man. Still out there doing it, dude. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, go Rat.
That's cool. Good job. Good job,
also,
guy.
I'm gonna get myself a little unpopular again though, because something I've gotten shit for before as well. Again,
Okay.
I'm gonna go to again because Ted Nugent is again talking shit about how it's a sacrilege that he hasn't been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Isn't that his own fault?
Well, probably. He's
With
been
the
very
whole-
outspoken. He's said some crazy things. Let's
He
be
won't
honest.
donate anything to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
Well, he probably would. That's Kiss. We've made a lot of fun of Kiss for not donating to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Maybe I just lumped him in.
Right.
'cause-
Ted
okay.
Nugent probably would.
Okay.
But he's been more excluded because of his rhetoric. He's talked a lot of crazy kind of right-wing stuff. And, we're not going to get into your politics here on the show. I don't give a fuck what side of
And
the
neither
fence you're
should
on.
the museum.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. You kind of took the words out of my mouth.
Sorry.
That shouldn't be the reason he doesn't go into the Hall of Fame. If it's, can he play rock and roll or can he not play rock and roll? Fact one, he's a badass guitar player. Period. Whether you like, I kind of think he's a jackass. I think he's a cartoonish depiction of whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Of what he once was at this point, but. That being said, he's a badass guitar player. But I will say, in maybe the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's defense, he's got a lot of albums out. And 6 or 7 really, really good songs? Am I wrong? I'd like to hear some feedback from our followers on the chat board tonight. Because it's my opinion that Ted Nugent does not have a great done many of great songs. There's Cat Scratch Fever, Wang Dang, Sweet Poontang, I'm free for all.
Ron just said he's a rock and roll character and he's never even had a top 20 hit.
Exactly, right. Right. And he's a character, exactly. He's a cartoonish character at this point, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. But fuck Ted Nugent.
Gonzo's feelings with that.
I know. I was gonna say we do have to give a shout out to Gonzo, our very own Gonzo. He loves some Ted Nugent. He was Ted Nugent, in fact, on our Halloween special on this show 2 years ago. Gonzo did a hell of a Ted Nugent, in fact.
He did. He did great with
I
that.
thought I was sitting next to
King Diamond.
I was King Diamond, right?
And Kurt, of course, was pirate.
Kurt was a pirate. Where else are you going to go to see a show done by King Diamond and Ted Nugent together? But right here on Metal-O-Mania.
Right.
We'll have to dig that out and make sure we show that upcoming. But also Dark Angel. Apparently Dark Angel is going to work on a long-awaited comeback album. Oh. The great ideas and awesome riffs are apparently flowing, as it were. So that's good news out of the Dark Angel camp. Something to look forward to. I'm a big fan of Dark Angel. I think as we talked to Black Phantom, we mentioned them as one of their favorite bands, in fact. So new Dark Angel to come, which is also good news. All right. Well, I got more of this stuff to get into as well. But let's play another jam.
Yeah, I need a drink.
Like of some liquor. I think I got a bottle of bourbon in the bag, honey.
We do. That's our shot for our debuts.
Yeah, our debuts. Speaking of which, that Black Phantom was basically their debut, so have a shot on that. Okay. But up next, let's go to Wisconsin. Our buddies All Kings Fall, actually, who we played some of their last release. Mm-hmm. They put out an album last year called Drink to the Lost a year ago, and that was their debut a year ago that we played for everybody and told you how good it was. Well, here they are with their sophomore release right on its fucking tails, man. They're not letting up a bit. In fact, I'll tell you what, I think this album's even better. So pick up your copy of Grip Control right now from Wisconsin's own All Kings Fall, and let's check out a jam off of it called Ripped in Half. Much love, much metal.
Hi, we are
All Kings Fall,
and you're listening to
Metal-O-Mania
with the Crypt on Radio VPS.
Fucking candy and fucking Halloween and scary movies and fucking everything tastes like pumpkin, you know? Fuck yeah.
Those are all the things you love about fall.
It is. I love those things. Fucking in front of a fireplace somewhere.
Oh,
you know?
Man, I love being in front of like campfire,
Fuck yeah.
bonfire.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, welcome back. Fire. Shit, everybody's listening to us. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. So, should I get you one of those nose warmers, do you think, babe? Would you like one of those nose warmers for this winter?
If it's shaped like a dick, like
yeah, like you got a big cock hanging off.
Was it Sanctum that said that?
Yeah, Sanctum said make it a dick nose.
Yeah.
We're gonna get them. Yeah, we're gonna get you a dick nose so that you can have a dick hanging off your face when you're cold.
Yeah.
Your nose will be warm, and you'll have.
I got no shame.
A dick nose.
No. Yeah. If somebody said something, I'd be like, "How dare you fucking say something about my fucking?"
You better get off my dick nose.
I'm offended that you fucking said something about my dick nose. Fuck off, man.
Son of a butch. So did you see this story earlier this week that there was some Aztec calendars were seized in California? Federal authorities said 8 people were arrested in connection with an alleged scheme to ship methamphetamines disguised as Aztec calendars from California to Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement's Homeland Security investigation said agents working with the Drug Enforcement Administration and the Cyprus Police Department arrested 8 people Tuesday after they previously seized about 26 pounds worth of methamphetamine.
Whew.
Oh, yeah. And if you look that up, if you got your Google machines near you, you can look that up. They really made it look like they were like old school Aztec calendars. You had to break them. They are broken, and that's how you can see in their meth. Pretty creative, pretty ingenious.
I was going to say, if people spent half as much effort and energy into doing like good stuff as they do into doing fucking shit like
man,
that.
You got to get your meth here somewhere, somehow. You know. And one more Guinness Book of World Records thing. Apparently 84 ice cream trucks rode down the road somewhere together.
Really?
Yeah. There you go. 84 of them. That's it. That's all. 84 ice cream trucks. It's now a Guinness record. They are in the books because they were a part of 84 ice cream trucks rolling down the road together.
It's the deal, like, basically you just have to, like, write to Guinness and be like, hey, look, give me an award, and they'll be like, all right, cool, fine.
Right. My question is exactly that. Do you look for a standing record and try to break it, or is the goal to be more creative in creating something that's never been thought of? Like, if you're creative, is it as good as being good? You know what I mean? Can I creatively come up with something that would be a Guinness record that just, it's not that I'm great for doing it, just nobody thought to fucking do it before, you know? How many times can I pull the bubblegum trick on someone with my ball sack? You know, I'm going to go for the record for that shit. It's bubblegum, I swear. Get closer. But yeah, that's pretty fucking funny to me.
Yeah, you apply to or break a record.
That is pretty funny to me. Is that what it is? Are you at their website or something?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to apply to break a record?
Yeah.
Okay, you can't just create your own record? I bet you can. I bet if it's...
Well, yeah, you can either set a record or...
okay, or create a one.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, fuck me sideways. And anyhow, let's break the record for fucking me sideways. Okay. But also, coming up for Metal-O-Mania, don't forget, we have the return of the Finger of Doom next week on our Halloween episode. You will be seeing Kenny. I'm not sure if Tina's going to be... Tina's very busy right now, so I'm honestly not 100% sure if she'll be a part of the original or the initial return of the segment or not. But it will at least be Kenny, and it will be playing some Doom Metal for you guys and gals, so look for that next week. The return of the Finger of Doom. Doom Metal for your ear holes. Right on.
Sorry, I was reading.
One of them
just got my attention.
Give it to me.
Which record is broken most often?
Yes.
They've listed a couple of them, but one of them on the list, most apples bobbed in a minute.
Whoa.
I mean, somebody's constantly breaking that record.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
like, if you're going to, like...
difficult.
At some point, there's got to be a max number of fucking apples
right,
you can get out of there in a minute.
You would think you'd hit a wall on that one pretty quickly,
right.
Yeah. What does it say what the current record is on that?
I'd probably have to click it and go there or something.
Okay.
But, another world record that is broken regularly is the oldest person in the world.
Oh.
Which I guess now that we're living longer and stuff, people are living, longer. But this woman lived 122 years.
Wow.
And 164 days.
That's pretty stellar.
Yep.
Now, how much of that was quality living?
You gotta wonder, right? I don't know. 122. That's fucking insane.
Wow, that is insane.
Genie.
In a bottle?
Maybe that's how I should live 122 years.
Right.
Look, why is my achievement not in the book? Let me see what that one says. No.
Yeah, right. We met that old lady that one time, that said the key to living to be, she's 98 or something like that, and she was still getting it and dancing and everything else. And she said water. Water was the key. Water's the answer. Drink water like you're fucking drowning in it.
Yep. You just never listen. Well,
dump water into your body constantly, she said. Hey, she was 98 years old and dancing, so she's quite a source for what does it take to live a long time, So, I say fucking die young and leave a pretty corpse myself. I'm already too late for that, though, so might as well live to be 100. Fuck it. What else? I know that another item on our list here that Jeremy Dyer from Snipers would be particularly happy about is that there's a new Sick of It All song, Wake the Sleeping Dragon. Wake the Sleeping Dragon, hardcore legends from New York. Sick of It All, who I've seen goddamn dozens of times, I'll bet you. What a kick-ass show they put on every single time you see them. And good stuff, man. Brand new. Still doing it, man. Still kicking ass. Still doing it. What else? There's a brand new Yngwie Malmsteen. And what's funny about this is if you're my age, old Yngwie, been around for a long time, been around since the 80s. Used to be a part of Rising Force and Alcatraz and several different projects along the way here and there. But a stellar guitar player, truly a badass guitar player. You can't take nothing away from him in that regard. Kind of has a reputation, a history as being a kind of a dick, for lack of a better term. A lot of people who have worked with him have not had terribly kind things to say about him. But what seems to be fitting along with his personality is he was apparently asked in a recent interview why his new album, which he's got a new release out, why he chose to take on the vocals himself. You know, he's not usually a vocalist. He's a guitar player, as you know. And his response was basically he got tired of dealing with singers' bullshit. Singers are a bunch of dickheads and prima donnas, and they want their input and shit like that. So
they want their input.
You know,
That's so funny.
Eat a dick, fuckers. Well,
got tired of having. They had opinions.
Right. Well, if you know anything about Yngwie, he's certainly he's very full of himself gentleman. You know, I was going to say young man, but he's not a young man any longer. But he was at one point, and he's always been full of himself. He's always been very, and hey, in many ways, if you're going to be full of yourself, I guess being Yngwie Malmsteen's not a terrible way to go about it. He is a hell of a guitar player. I mean, he is one of the best recognized guitar players in the world for the last 2.5, 3 decades. So that is an accomplishment. It's not like he's a bum off the street or anything. But I never did understand why being a dick has to be a part of it. Right. Yeah, it doesn't improve your skills to be an asshole about it. But I don't know. I just thought it was funny that, you know, he was in Steeler. He was in Alcatraz. He did some work with, I think, Ron Keel at one point, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he was like, I'll just do the singing because singers can suck my balls.
That's pretty funny.
Good old Yngwie. Yngwie, some people never change. And let's get another news item in.
All right.
And then we will play some more jams.
All right.
In fact, we got the Gamma Bomb jam coming up next. But former Caius singer John Garcia and the Band of Gold. The Band of Gold is his new band. John Garcia and the Band of Gold. Okay. To release a self-titled album in January. Returns with the next incarnation of Desert Rock. John Garcia and the Band of Gold. The group's self-titled debut album will be released on January 4th, 2019 via Napalm Records. None other than Caius and Queens of the Stone Age producer Chris Goss gave this new groovy piece of dust its finishing touches. So that's something to look forward to. And this is something that got me thinking. You know, we've been around for 2 years now, Metal-O-Mania has. And if you have been around since the beginning, what am I about to say, Scully? Do you even remember? It's been a long time. For the first, 14 episodes, I want to say, of Metal-O-Mania, we closed with Caius every week. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was part of our show. Every week we closed the show with Caius. I came into the show when we first started doing it just thinking Caius was underappreciated, and I couldn't stand it. So every week I closed the show with Caius for the first, I think 13 episodes.
Yeah. I think you only stopped really because Gonzo, I'm sorry.
Gonzo hated
it. Yeah.
He hated that I closed with Caius.
Yeah.
And we were just fundamentally on different pages about it.
He just thought that there's so many bands that are worthy of a weekly
right.
spot on our show.
We had different opinions on it. He thought we should close with Iron Maiden every week was his opinion. And I don't fault him for that because Iron Maiden's amazing.
It's not that bad of an opinion.
But my feeling was everybody knows Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Right. Caius is a less appreciated and underappreciated band in my opinion there.
And that's the point of our show is
to
introduce you to something new.
Right. Well, and that being said, my plan is we're going to add shows. We're going to add shows. If you are one of those people that likes to put on your metal show and through the course of the metal show hear some songs you already know, this isn't the show usually. We have one throwback, and it's coming up tonight, and it's a good one. We got a good throwback jam for you tonight. But every week we play one old school jam. But other than that, we play new metal here on the show, newly released metal.
Right.
But we are going to bring some shows to you. We are going to bring some old school metal shows to you. We are going to add that to our portfolio. So if you are somebody who likes to turn on the radio and hear some of that 80s stuff on the regular spin, we have some stuff that will please you in the makings right now. So keep hanging out with Metal-O-Mania, and we'll keep bringing you the goods. All right. Well, speaking of bringing you the goods, let's do some Gamma Bomb. And as you know, we just interviewed them on a recent episode of Metal-O-Mania, so I implore you, I encourage you, I beg of you, go into the archives and find the recent episode that we interviewed Gamma Bomb. Brand new release from them is called Speed Between the Lines. It's fucking just kick-ass, man. Truly kick-ass. We played the Monster and Me last week, and we're going to play motherfucking Kurt Russell. That's right, the song is called Kurt Russell. This week on the show, kick back, enjoy, Gamma Bomb. You're welcome. Metal on. Don't go nowhere.
Hey, this is Joe from Gamma Bomb here, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with The Crypt.
Gamma Bomb, man. Better than ever. Fucking better than ever. Truly. Just a kick-ass album. I'm going to play that whole fucking album for you guys before it's all said and done, because I love it, man. And I appreciate them doing the show with us. Very cool guys, man. So, awesome stuff. What do you think of the playlist tonight, Miss Scully?
It's awesome.
Yeah?
Course. Yeah.
You hanging with me? How you
Loving
doing?
it.
You holding on?
I'm a little sleepy, but the playlist has got me grooving, so we're good. Yeah.
Well, you're out of shape you're out of show shape.
Yeah.
Haven't done the
Well,
show in a few weeks.
You were so nice there adding in show, weren't you?
Yeah, I really was. No, I'm just but good stuff. Gamma Bomb. A little bit of Kurt Russell for you. That's good stuff. I love that band because they're humorous. They got killer riffs. They get it, man. They're fun. They're a fun band. I like to have fun sometimes. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like a good song about fucking maggots corroding and eating at your fucking guts. I'm not gonna say I don't. But sometimes, let's laugh and do Kurt Russell songs. You dig?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I am down.
You down with some Kurt Russell songs? So, and also, former Morbid Angel frontman David Vincent has teamed up with ex-Mayhem guitarist, Cryptopsy drummer, and has formed a band called Ultimus, but it's V instead of U, Ultimus. It looks like they have completed the work on a debut album, and it's looking like an early 2019 release. So, something else to look forward to. Rune Blasphemer Erickson, of course, ex-Mayhem and Aura Noir, has said, "It feels like aeons ago since I last ventured into these musical shores, but alas, here we are. It's been an intense year. Looking forward to the release." So killer. Good stuff.
Awesome.
Definitely looking forward to that. Definitely. And also, man, I wanted a little feedback. Has anyone seen the Queen movie yet? I haven't gone, but I want to make some time to go see this movie. The actor who plays Freddy in the movie is also the actor from Mr. Show, what is it? Oh, damn it. Mr. Robot, that show Mr. Robot. I think that I got that right? And holy shit, he's an incredible actor on that show. So I got to feel like he's probably amazing doing the Freddy thing. So, but I'd like to hear some feedback. If anybody out there on the chat board has already seen this movie, what'd you think? How many stars do you give it? 1 through 4. I talked a little bit about George Lynch earlier too. Jeff Pilson says there's a new project going on with him and Jeff Lynch. Mick Brown, Robert Mason will be called. It'll be called The End Machine. The End Machine. Featuring 3 members of the classic Dokken lineup, along with former Lynch Mob and current Warrant singer Robert Mason. The End Machine. So yeah, the old saying: do former rockers die or do they just fade away? The answer is neither. In a lot of ways, it would appear the answer is neither. And there's a whole fucking shit ton available about them, man. They're gonna have videos and all kinds of shit out. So that will be cool as well. So, but anyway, I tell you what, let's play a quick fucking. Let's jump into our motherfucking modern retro this week, shall we? Because I'm excited about it. The good stuff here for you. Darkness, a band many of you know, a German thrash band, been doing it since 1984. Legends, veterans, and not slowing down anytime soon either. Because I'm gonna tell you what's funny about this band is, I was just talking about our early incantation when we did this show 2 years ago with Gonzo. On our, I want to say, second or third episode, I meant to look it up, but it was one of our very, very first episodes. We played Tinkerbell Must Die from the band Darkness off of their last release of 2 years ago. And now here they are, brand new release coming from them again, man. This is I think I wrote it down. I want to say this is like their 10th fucking album. They've been doing it a long, long time, man. But they got a brand new album right now. It's called First Class Violence. And we're going to open up our Modern Retro with Neo Primitive off of that release. And then we're going to do our old school jam of the week this week. And that is some old ass Razor, man. That's right, Razor. You're welcome. I was a huge fan of Razor, underappreciated for the era, in my opinion. They were originally together from 83 to 92. They are back together doing the live thing, and they even put out a live album in 2016, which is pretty wild. But that's some old school shit, and we're going to play some 1991 shit from them. We're going to play Sucker for Punishment off of the Open Hostility album, and then we're going to swing out of the back end of this fucking thing with Genocide Pact, DC's own death metal. Right here in our own backyard, motherfucking Genocide Pact. Their most recent album, Order of Torment, is truly one of my favorite fucking things of the last year. If you do not own this album, I literally think a little bit less of you for it, because it is that fucking phenomenal. It's a just straight out badass, in your face, old school fucking death metal, brand new, man. Totally killing it. The song we're gonna play is Blood Rejection. And you're welcome. I mean, we got more metal on the other side of this, but fucking stick this in your ear holes and keep hanging out. Let's do the metal. Hump day.
What can I say? I'm a blast from the past.
What have you been up to? Death?
Holy shit. That motherfucking Genocide fucking pact is so goddamn heavy. That is elephant ball fucking heavy. Thunderous heaviness, man. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And you're welcome for that. What do you think? That's a pretty good modern retro for episode number 96 there for you. Darkness into our old school jam, which was Razor, and closed it out with some Genocide Pact. And Genocide Pact, by the way, not only their death metal band from DC, that is their second full-length album called Order of Torment. But there's also a live release out there right now, you guys. It's on the Contamination Tour that happened this summer. So on that release, there are songs from not only Genocide Pact, but Dying Fetus, Incantation, Gatekeeper, and again, Genocide Pact. And if you listen to the show, you know we're huge fans of all of those bands. Gatekeeper, I just got my Gatekeeper t-shirt the other day, as a matter of fact, so badasses. Pick that up. You're going to want to pick that up. Good stuff is happening on the horizon. And I was just noticing, we were joking a minute ago in the studio about like the whole hysteria right now over the lottery, the big $1 billion lottery, basically. And what's funny about that is if we were to win, do you know how badass this show would be? Like, not only would we not quit this show, not quit this thing, this show would be fucking amazing. It would be unbelievable. We would have, I mean, I would spend probably every dime of it just making Metal-O-Mania ridiculous. We'd have, like, you know, guest appearances from, you know, everybody. You know, I would throw cash around just like that just to make Metal-O-Mania grow on you. So the fucked up thing is I can't figure out why we're not winning until I remember that we never buy tickets for that shit, you know. It's tough to win the lottery if you don't buy a lottery ticket, but I always remember I had an uncle tell me when I was growing up that lottery is an extra tax on the stupid, is what he it always stuck out of my head. Son, lottery is extra tax on the stupid. Anyhow, speaking of stupid, I was joking a little bit during that break, also during that jam session, about that whole New York story with the UPS earlier. You know, earlier in the show we talked about the mail that was discovered. Someone had dumped a shit ton of undelivered U.S. Postal Service mail into the woods, and clearly a fuck up who didn't want to do their job is what it was. But it got me thinking, what are some of the fucked up things you all have done? What about our people who are following along tonight on the board? Or what about you, Scully? You got anything awful, fucked up, maybe lazy, or you did because you were a stoner? See, I got a bunch because I was a stoner. You know, I delivered pizzas. I remember, I'll never forget, I delivered a pizza once that, you know, I left on the roof of my car. And I drove all the way to people's houses, and this was before you had a cell phone in your pocket, but before I realized I didn't have the pizza because I had left it on the roof of my car outside of the parking lot of the pizza place I worked at. But I got a lot of stupid ass shit like that because I was a dipshit stoner when I was younger. I knew a dude when I worked at a sheet metal place. There was this is a sheet metal place, and there was these bins we used to throw literally fucking little pieces. We were young. We were 16 years old. Our job was to sweep up the little pieces of sheet metal and throw them into these bins where I guess they could be melted down and reused or whatever. But I had a buddy who used to climb up there and go to sleep, man. I never understood. Like, literally, I'm telling you, he was like laying on glass. It might as well have been laying on a bunch of pieces of glass to lay down and take a nap. But a buddy of mine used to climb up there and take naps. Never figured out how he could do that shit. But what are your fucked ups? I mean, I know some of you out there got some fucked up shit you done at work, man. I know I've done some stupid and/or fucked up things myself. But pretty funny shit. Pretty fun ass stuff. But again, go get your Genocide Pact if you don't have that copy of that album. And while you're jamming along with us tonight, make sure that you are indeed clicking the like button and showing the love to all of these bands and getting your merch. So, you want to play another song, babe? I know you do, don't you? We just we had food kindly delivered to the studio. Now Scully's like, fuck everything. I want to eat food. None of us exist anymore, do we, Scully? Do you know that I'm here right now? I've taken second place to a cheeseburger for the moment. I love you, honey. But let's play a jam. Matter of fact, speaking of food, we're gonna play some veal next for you. The band is called Veal. It's a groove metal band out of Poland. Excuse me. This EP is a third release. They do have two full-length albums out there as well. But this EP is their third release overall, and it's fucking killer, man. I do love it. We're gonna play the title track off of it. A little bit of Veal. Check out Perpetual Swan Song right here, right now on Metal-O-Mania.
We are totally fucked.
Fucking Batman's dick, Batman's dick on that one. A little bit of Veal for you to open that up, and that was Week Aside, death metal from Germany, third full-length release from them guys. And then they also have a split out there as well. I think they're a badass, awesome band. The new album is called Forever Into Darkness, and We're All Condemned was the name of that damn song. And isn't that the fucking truth? We are all fucking condemned. Welcome back, Scully. You have a nice break there?
Yep. Oh, look. There you go. Now they can see me. They couldn't see me before.
Well, I can see you. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Sorry, I had to take a little break.
A little food break?
Yep.
Well, I don't blame you. I got some coffee. I feel better now. Let's do this thing 5 more fucking hours tonight. What's up? Can we go till midnight? What's up?
You got the evidence showing.
Do I? Oh, I got evidence on camera over here. Look, there you go. All right, good stuff. I was talking to, does anyone on the board at all admitted any of their fucking embarrassing, fucked up, stupid ass, fucking lazy stories at work? Because I like to hear some.
They're saying goodnight to Chewbacca.
Oh, Chewbacca, much love to Josh. Chewbacca, much love, my brother. He'll catch the rest of the show tomorrow.
Oh, and she will be volunteering at her kid's school tomorrow.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Cool.
There was a time, I'll tell you what. I'll share a quick one.
Okay.
I used to work at a beach. I won't name the beach necessarily, but I was working at a beach.
Okay.
And with a bunch of my friends. The people that ran the hiring office there were absolutely out of their fucking minds, clearly, because they hired me and a bunch of the people that I hung out with. It was me and a whole bunch of my buddies.
Right.
I won't say the last names, but me and Ricky and Chris and Jeff and just a bunch of fucking knuckleheads. And there was a morning when one of our cohorts, as it were, showed up at work in the morning time. We all showed up every morning at the front gate, and then the gate would open and they'd let us in. And, our routine was to go down. There was a big, huge fucking, warehouse type shed, just a huge fucking barn, for lack of a better description, really, that had all our tools and, a million bags of concrete, and I mean, just supplies and everything, And basically, our boss would put us in this truck, and he would take us to the big tool shed place. We would each gather the shit that we needed for what we were going to start working on that morning, and then he would drop us off at different spots on the property to knock out our tasks, as it were.
Okay.
Well, one morning, one of our cohorts thought it'd be a good idea to bring some psychedelics to
I
work.
was gonna say it's got to be something bad if you're the way you're trying to.
I'll just say
say
psychedelics. Let's say some sugar cubes were handed out, if I may.
I see.
So my job for the morning, we go on down to the shed, and our boss says, grab a rake. You're gonna do some raking today. All right. I said, all right, let's do it. I'm up. I'll do some raking for you, boss. I got you. So I grab my rake, and he takes me. We go out in the truck with everybody else, and he's dropping everybody off, and he drops me off over on the beach. There was an area on this beach where campers, you can set up a camper or tents or whatever, and you can watch the ocean and blah, 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 fuck around on the beach all day. And there were leaves from the trees all over the beach. So my job was to start raking those leaves back so you can see the pretty beach uncovered by the leaves. Well, I can tell you this. I remember I stuck the rake into the sand to rake some leaves back, and the sand ate the rake. I can't emphasize this enough when I tell you. And it was fascinating. So I pulled the rake out, and then I did it again. I put the rake in the sand, and I was like, wow. That is cool, dude. The fucking sand is eating my rake. So I'm doing this for, 12 seconds, right? Playing with the rake and the sand and the whole visual to it all.
Okay.
Well, 12 seconds. I'm telling you, I'm doing this for 12 seconds. And here comes my boss screaming at me, jumping out of the truck. And just gets in my face and is yelling at me and saying, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but you got to get the fuck out of here, kid, because you're fucked up or something. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, dude, I dropped you off here 4 hours ago. So for 4 hours, I raked this much beach. I shit you not.
Repeatedly raking the same spot
Yes,
over and over.
yes, I did. There was a 2.5 foot swath of clear ass motherfucking beach. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the fucked up part of that story actually is.
How much work did the other guys do?
I don't know. It couldn't have been good. It could not have been good. I'll tell you that.
Fuck my whole crew. Just
yeah, right.
And
they're a bunch of fucking.
Oh my god.
Well, what's fucked up is he told me that I had to leave because clearly I was out of my mind. And I did not have a ride. I rode with somebody else to work. So I had to walk. I was barefoot, too. Back in the day, man, I was a barefoot motherfucker from...
To work barefoot?
Well, I worked on a beach. We were beachheads, From literally, from early spring to late fall, I never wore shoes back. They used to all call me Blackfoot. Because I was barefoot everywhere I went. The bottom of my feet used to be so goddamn tough, I think I could walk on fire in class, and it wouldn't have made a difference because I walked around barefoot everywhere. But I walked barefoot from the beach that I'm talking about, I want to say 11 miles.
Wow.
To a friend of mine's house. And when I got to this girl's house that I knew, I walked inside, and her dog had just had puppies. So people were coming and going to look at the puppies. So I walk in the door, and I'm literally out of my mind. I've been, I just spent 4 hours raking the same piece of ground, So I walk in, and there's a fucking shit ton of police officers there to look at the puppies, thinking about wanting to buy puppies for somebody. So I walk in the door, with pupils the size of fucking, the moon, to a shit fucking bunch of cops standing around looking at puppies and shit. So I went and hid for a while until I got to play with puppies for the rest of the day.
Oh,
but it ended well because I played with puppies for the whole rest of the day.
In your glory after that.
That's right. That's right. It was a lot of fun. So all's well that ends well. So anyway, what kind of fucking? There you go. After that story, I better see the floodgates open on some people
I don't think I've ever
admitting
done anything. I'm a very responsible worker. I'm a hard worker.
You are. I know.
Yeah.
You ain't no fuck up,
I don't
man.
steal from work.
You
I
ain't
don't
no fuck up.
off. I mean, I'll like check my Facebook or I'll like, you know.
Everybody does that. You can do that on your phone these days.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
it's not a big deal, but.
Right.
No, I don't think. I've a few times, not like a lot or anything, but I have a couple of times taken a nap.
I think that's probably pretty common actually too, though. You know, I guarantee you there's more than a few people that have at least stolen 15 minutes with their eyes closed at their computer on occasion. Yeah, you know.
So that's probably like the worst of it, I would have to say.
Yeah.
I'm a goody two shoes.
Yeah, you are. You're one of them fucking good employees. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, you want to perform a job for me? Anyhow, that's pretty funny shit. Pretty funny shit, but at least I didn't throw the goddamn post office mail into the woods.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. All right, let's play another song.
Yeah.
I promised you I'd get you out of here in 3 hours tonight, honey. So,
Lethal Injury?
Yeah, we got some Lethal Injury coming up next, man. This is, again, a debut thrash album from Belgium.
Drink it up.
And fuck me, it's fantastic. Bottoms up. Let's listen to it. The title track off of the debut album for Lethal Injury is Melancholia. Get a little bit of this inside of you with that fucking shot you just did. Much metal. Because you keep going live on Facebook while pulling on some pudding. Pudding pops, pudding pops. Okay, a little bit of motherfucking Lethal Injury, man. Badass. I think they're fucking badass. That Melancholy release is a debut album from motherfucking Belgium. A debut, I said. Did you hear me earlier?
Drink. I don't have a drink.
Did you hear me earlier, Scully, when I said UE metal, left baby metal?
Yes, you said that.
So, are you what? You're not upset? What?
I'm slowly recovering.
I thought you were devastated by that.
I mean, I'm anxious to hear what she's going to do next.
You like them more than Rob Halford does, and that's saying something. So. You never did give me an answer earlier, too, on would you or would you not shove the Marilyn Manson dildo into yourself?
Sure.
I mean, you're not looking at it at that point, right?
Yeah, I say yes.
Who really gives a fuck what it
not?
looks like at that point? I mean, right. It's a toy. It's almost that time of year, you go, boys and girls. For Christmas, get your loved one a Marilyn Manson dildo. We need to come up with some toys like that. We need some Metal-O-Mania merch like that. We need a crypt dildo and some, a Scully strap-on and some shit like that. What's up?
Well, we'll have to talk about that with Pepper when we start going.
Oh, yeah. A little foreshadowing, if you would. Yeah. And we do have some great things coming. We got some great shows coming up to add to our network. We're going to add some more metal shows. Again, the Bring in the Doom metal show is very important to me. I want to do it. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I'm testing you guys and gals out there, man. I have put some things on the website, on Facebook, and some things like that, reaching out and seeing who's interested in doing a show and bringing a show. And a lot of people say, oh, man, that'd be awesome. And I say, what you got? And it seems to die there,
Well, it would be awesome, but it doesn't mean everybody's got ideas,
Well, I mean, people that say themselves even, like I've had a couple people hit me up even specifically to say, I know my old school metal. I'd love to do an old school metal show, And I'm like, all right, what you got? What's your ideas? What's your vision? And it tends to die there. And I want to see you, we've made this Metal-O-Mania thing literally out of fucking out of thin air. You know, we really did. Blood, sweat, and tears. And, you know, I will definitely help you get your show. I will help you. I will market it. We'll promo it. We'll have a regular spot that you can rely on in which to air it and share it with people. But the rest has to come from you, you know. I got to see you got the fire in your ass if you want to get it there. So be annoying about it almost if you want to pursue it, is my best advice for you, to be honest. If you're willing to let it drop in the sand before it gets off the ground, then I am not investing in you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Why would you twist somebody's arm to do it?
Yeah, right. You have to want to twist my arm to do it. That's going to have to be how that goes. And if you're willing and want to do that, then that alone gives you like, you know, a 15% chance of being successful with it. You know, the rest of it has to come from you as well, but that's a big 15% though. That's a big first 15%. If you're not willing to do that part, you know, you don't even have that 15%, there's no way your show is going to make it anyway, so why bother?
True.
You know what I mean? But I think there's great ground to be covered. I think there's great, you know, potential in an old school metal show. There's great potential in a sleaze rock type of a hair metal show. I'm telling you, the sleaze rock scene, when I look up new albums and new releases and all that every week, the most I see are black metal's a ton of black metal. I might even go so far as to say black metal is the predominant amount of metal being released today on a volume basis. And honestly, I'm not very familiar with black metal, so that's got to come from somebody out there. Somebody out there who's a big, giant black metal fan, talk to me. We'll get your show on the air. I'd love to hear from you. I would love for that to be an area of metal that we cover more thoroughly than we do, because I'm not very versed at black metal. But there's also other genres and shit. There's a lot of doom stuff that comes forward, so that's why I do think it's important we get that out there. And again, though, the sleaze rock, the Motley Crue of the 80s, that scene is happening in several parts of the world. Not necessarily the United States, to be honest with you, but like in Russia and in Sweden and in Switzerland and Denmark and certain places like that. They're really digging like that sleazy metal, Motley Crue style, you know, brand new releases. And I think there's a market for that as well, to be honest with you. It's not necessarily my thing, but I do think that there's a lot of people that would welcome that with open arms if they were given a reliable place to go to hear about it and to be tuned into what's going on in it, and, you know, be plugged into the recent releases and get to hear it and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I do think that would be popular. I think there are people out there that are yearning for that would be happy to hear it. So, anywho, if you have an idea for a show, if, you know, we got a adults only idea for some shows we're going to do on our weekends, but, you know, Monday through Friday will be metal, and then we'll get some crazy shit going on the weekends. We got some wide open ideas going on for some of the things we're going to do on our weekends. But if you want to be a part of our thing, I'd like to make you a part of our family as well. So let me know what you got in mind, and let's see what you got. What can you bring to the table?
Okay.
All right. Well, I know what we bring to the table on this show is metal. So in between the bullshit, we like to play metal, and that was my little spin of bullshit right here. So let's do some metal. And up next, we are going to a sophomore release. They do have an EP out there as well, but a sophomore full-length release from the United Kingdom. It is a killer fusion of groovy metal meets death metal meets thrashy metal. The band is called All Consumed. The release is called Birth of Ruin, and this badass song is called Empty Caskets. Enjoy.
Goddamn cunt shit, dumbass piss fuck meatball dick cock motherfuckers.
Brutality, motherfuckers. Itty. I'm a big fan of that. All Consumed, Birth of Ruin, Empty Caskets, motherfucker. Yeah, let's see. Optimus Prime.
Show you my shirt. Yeah.
That is a cool Optimus Prime shirt, and Optimus Prime is a badass band. And we do have some killer badass local bands. I'm telling you, man. The DC
yeah.
fucking scene is on fire. We played Genocide Pact earlier in the show.
And they're getting some fucking notoriety, and it's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly, I talked to Bozier earlier in the week, Mike Bozier of Snipers of Babel and Oblivion Studios. The Optimus Prime, they're going to have a release. They're full, they're ready to go release. It's going to, I think he said wintertime. I believe he said wintertime. I'm not sure if that means prior to the new year or just after it, but we will definitely let all of you know, and we'll be playing it as soon as it's available. And I also heard from our brother Vincent Matthews this week.
Oh, cool. I haven't heard from Vincent in a while.
Our pal, formerly of Dying Fetus,
Good. Hope he's well.
who I literally went to kindergarten with. I've known Vincent my whole fucking life. And he
Old
is...
fucks.
Yeah, we're some old fucks now.
Sorry, Vince. I was joking that at Chris.
Yeah, but he knows it. He knows it. But his band Criminal Element is about to have a brand new release.
Very cool.
And I can't wait for that, and I'll be sharing that as well. And if I get my way, we'll have Vincent come on into the studio and talk to us a little bit about it. And we look forward to getting in here and catching up with my man, a lifelong friend and family, my man Vince. So, good stuff. Good stuff happening locally, man. That's for sure, So get out there and see a show.
Of local shows.
Yeah, talk to me.
We got one we want to bring up again.
A big one. One we're very proud of, actually. Yeah, my man Bongwood. My man Bongwood is now your bass player in motherfucking Silence the Requiem. Badasses, too. I'm telling you, badasses.
Yeah.
Look
if
them
you're in
up.
Maryland,
get their YouTube videos
get to
and shit.
Gaithersburg.
Yeah.
The 27th is what? Saturday.
Saturday.
So Saturday, doors open probably around like 6:37, if I had to guess. Their Sanguine
Silence
Silence the Requiem. Sorry, I can't talk. It's probably going to go on right around 9:30ish or so. So
yeah, make sure you're
but
there.
get
and
there
show
early.
Bongwood the love.
Check out the other bands. Support everybody.
While Silence the Requiem's playing, yell at them that you love their fat-dicked bass player. But we love you, Bongwood. And no, truly, I'm not kidding. I kid you not. Silence the Requiem is straight badass. So that Pain Fest show looks like it's got some great bands on it. It's a great ticket. It sounds like a great way to spend a Saturday. Going to be a good time.
Yep.
So get your metal.
Yep.
Come get your metal on. And speaking of getting your metal on, we are going to continue to bring you the shows. We're going to be here for Halloween next week, of course.
Hell yeah. That's going to be fun.
We want to be a part of your Halloween celebration. We want to be the jams. We want to be the music that you play while you drink drinks and eat candy. And
So we'll be a little late with it, but I'd like you guys to share your Halloween costumes with us.
Oh, yeah. Share your Halloween
Send us
costumes
pictures.
on our pictures on our page on Facebook.
Post them on our
Facebook
on our page.
group.
That's
That'd be
probably
cool.
good. Yeah.
Post pictures of yourself in your Halloween costumes on our
I
Facebook
just got an idea.
group.
Let's make a contest.
Oh, shit. Talk to me.
Maybe. We'll have
Talk to me.
discuss the details. We'll come out with the details before, for our Halloween show.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, send us pictures of your costumes, and we'll come up with some criteria.
We will send you Marilyn Manson's dildo.
We'll send you some shit, maybe. Yeah. We'll put your name on the list of things we're supposed to send to people.
Yeah, right. I know.
How about that?
I know. She-Wolf is like, what the fuck? I've been waiting for my T-shirt since
I know.
the Nixon administration.
I don't want to name anybody by name on that list because if I forget one person, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get my shit."
But I love
no,
you.
You're all. If we've said you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. I'm just
we just moved, man. We moved. I'm getting my Halloween.
Yeah, that was good. That was. I was feeling it. Speaking of Halloween, I don't know why it was Halloween directly, but I guess because it makes me think of the Great Pumpkin. Your little like
ghosts?
owl, like
okay.
Howl, was that a howl?
Howl?
Made me think of the Great Moon, the pumpkin.
Okay.
The Charlie Brown.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I love that. We have to watch that.
Oh, fuck me. All right. Yeah, we'll do that, honey. I promise.
Okay.
I promise. We will do that. We'll do the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And
the moon right now is huge. Did you see it? I haven't seen it tonight, but I saw it last night.
Yep.
Huge, and it's
It's
close.
almost as big as when I pull my ass out in public.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
See? Got to switch it up on you sometimes. I ain't predictable. But let's play a jam. Let's play another jam. We only got a couple left, and I know you wanted to get out of here in under 3 hours tonight, and I promised you I would try.
All right.
But we do have great things coming up for you for a Halloween episode, so make sure you hang out with us next week. We got an interview with Triple Kill, too, by the way. Really big fans of those guys, man. I'm digging what they're doing. The video we're going to share with you from them guys is hilarious. It's awesome. Good stuff. And good interviews. So make sure you hang out with us next week as well. And we will do the Halloween thing together. Again, all we want is to be the metal soundtrack to your life. So click on our player and never, ever turn it off again. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. Go to the Metal-O-Mania page, click on our player, and leave it on until you die. There you go. So, speaking of until you die, let's play some Scorched. A little bit of Death from Delaware, some East Coast death metal. This is the second full-length release from our buddies in Scorched. Kick-ass fucking badass album. They do have a couple of splits out there and compilations as well. They're just fucking flat-out old-school, kick-you-in-the-teeth badass death metal band. The new release is called Ecliptic Butchery, and the new song we're going to play off of it is called Astral Savior. And you are fucking welcome. Damn it.
All right.
Scorched Ecliptic Butchery is the album. The band is from Delaware, and Astral Savior is a badass jam. Badass band, man.
Yep.
Definitely show them the love. So that means 15
Rounding
bands
it out nicely.
so far tonight. 15 bands. We got one more to go, but 15 bands have received a ton of love from Metal-O-Maniacs out there around the globe. Damn it.
They
right?
better have. We make it very easy, guys. Remember, we remind you every week. Just find the pictures that we post, the title pictures that we post, and all the information you need is right there.
Damn right.
Links and
we exist to make it
that.
as easy as possible to support and love the bands. So that's the whole purpose of the fucking show here, damn it. So give them the love.
And to encourage you to go out and go see local bands to
Yeah,
you.
man. Yeah,
You know,
do
you might be in Kansas.
Do it.
And I don't know what's happening in Kansas right now. I'm really sorry to say.
Yeah, but there's some shows.
But I'm sure there's some shit around you.
Yeah, go see it.
Go see it.
Do it.
And let us know. Let
Yeah.
us know what's happening in your area, and we'll share it.
Right.
If you got something going on that you think is badass that other metalheads need to attend, tell us about it.
And people regularly send us bands to check out from their region, so we do. We do. Hell, we went on a damn practical tour through Louisiana for a month.
Right?
You know, checking out all the bands down there. The one would tell us about another, would tell us about another, would tell us about another, you
We're
know.
going to buy a camper one day and do an actual tour.
Fuck yeah. Looking forward to it.
It'll be cool.
It would be, we're going to do an inverse tour. We're going to do our shows we're going to come to your towns, but you know, we're going to jam your bands when we get there. You know, we're going to come to Kansas and check out what y'all got to offer and make a show out of it. We're going to come to fucking,
That's our thing. That's what we do.
that'd be badass. Fuck yeah. Looking
Promoting the
forward
local.
to it. Support and love the local scene. And then you go. And that's what it's all about. Right?
Fuck
The motherfucking hokey pokey. Just like you've been told all your life. Just like you've been told all your life, the one true thing that you were ever told is that it's all about the hokey pokey. Everything else is a lie. Except for metal. Metal. Bring the metal. So, on that note, I guess we're going to get the fuck out of here for the evening, though. I do appreciate everybody coming back and hanging out with us on our return after a couple of weeks off. We appreciate that more than you know. We will be back for our Halloween episode in a week from now, and we'll be back throughout the winter. We'll be here every week with you.
Yep.
And doing the metal thing, bringing you new bands to check out, and hopefully that you'll love, support, and buy the record. And hopefully you'll keep hanging out with us for it, man. It's been a fun ride hanging out with all of you guys and gals out there, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. In fact, we're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and add and add and add, and nothing short of world domination coming up. So on that note, make sure you do not miss the show next week. Again, an interview with Triple Kill, going to be a good time. Those guys are awesome.
Fuck yeah.
A lot of fun. Thanks again to Black Phantom for hanging out with us tonight and doing the interview with us. And for all of you on the live chat board, and for all of you that chose to say fuck that I ain't typing with you bastards, we still love you too. So
I do.
Thank you for the support and the love. And tag a metalhead. Grab a metalhead and tell them, hey, watch these idiots.
Hey.
They play good music. So, anything else for you to add tonight, my dear love Scully?
No, I think we've covered it all.
All right. Well, all right. Well, on that note, then let's get the fuck out of here with what did we choose to close the show with tonight? It looks like some Tempt Fate, huh?
Yeah, Human Trap.
Fuck yeah. Right
We
out of
all
France.
feel like we're stuck in a human trap.
Yeah, aren't we all? These dudes are out of France. This is a full-length debut. They did put out an EP in 2015 called Blood Ice, but this is their full-length debut album, and it takes fucking 0 prisoners. It's thrashy, it's deathy, it's fantastic. It's from France. The band is Tempt Fate, and we're going to close with the title track off of their brand new release, Human Trap. Much love to all of you Metal-O-Maniacs out there. Please keep hanging out with us, and we'll keep trying our best to earn it. Much love, much metal.
I gotta get me an anvil.
All right, boys. I think I broke something.
That's a lot of metal.
We did it, dude. We beat the devil.
Up top. No? Fuck you guys.
This is Captain Dominic from Stoneham speaking, and we fucking love Metal-O-Mania.
Hey guys, we're Toxic Ruin, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with The Crypt and Bongwood.
Almost everybody has sucked a dick. When you think about it...
I'd like to address these charges one at a time, if I may.
I even put a hot quarter up his ass!
That's made-up Japanese for, I'm gonna go get high right now.
Bad news. We gotta go. I'm gonna squirt all over his face.
And I'm gonna go masturbate in the shower and go to sleep.
Goodbye. That's all, bitches.
This is the Crypt from Metal-O-Mania. Make sure you catch previously aired episodes on demand. Have a very metal day.
Send me your info. Scully at metal-o-mania.com.
You are listening to the home of metal, Metal-O-Mania.live. Powered by B Squared Inc. Entertainment. You're listening to the best, Metal-O-Mania.live.